Wow. Just wow. This is quite amusing this morning to me. I'm doing a response video to Georgia Free. Wow. Just wow. She did this video where she attempted to film herself, or zerself, or whatever. She decided to do an accent, an American accent for her video, and butchered it. Fine, that's great. Awesome. I do accents all the time. I love to walk in a bar and just start blurting out in an Irish accent my best, worst attempt ever, and just see how many reactions I can get. It's a great, fun thing to do. Sometimes you can get away with it there, lad. And you can sit there and people will buy you drinks just to keep it going. Oh man, the suds just flow. But it's funny. It's hilarious. Because even sometimes I do an Australian accent, mate. And it's, you know, I throw in phrases like mate, because I really don't know what their culture's like. So it sounds an awful lot like I'm from the outback. And sometimes people will just throw you free drinks just because you can do it so well. You know? Man, I'm telling you. You know? And then you say Foster's and the game's up. Well, here's my response to you, Georgia Free. And it's not about your accent. It's literally about you're asking people to get on your new Patreon and pay money to keep you company. Now, I'm an American. Obviously, you can see, unless you're colorblind and you need the help, that I'm a white male. My sexuality doesn't matter. I'm straight, by the way. I like to do that. I like women. But you're providing no service to these individuals you're speaking to. You're not providing them a service. You're not providing them anything of value worth the money. I've said it before. I do not ask my audience to provide me money for a service I'm providing that's not of value. I'm talking about my journey. And it sounds to me that so are you. So starting a Patreon, because the majority of individuals who are subscribed to you are males, are men, you want their money, obviously. You need their money. YouTube's not providing for you? Huh. Imagine that. Yay, YouTube. So while it was fun to listen to you attempt an American accent, it's not so fun to know that you want people's money to help support you for a service you're not really providing, because a lot of the things you have to say from a woman, as a woman, you say, as anyone would say, wrongfully so, it's judged. So your perspective on life, you offer advice, and you offer storylines, and you offer a narrative. And you lure men, and even women. I'm not going to throw it out. I haven't done the research as far as who your demographic audience is. I'm not going to do that. I don't play identity politics. But you want money from individuals to share your journey on a social media platform. And I'm not a Patreon. I don't deal with that website because it's all about money. There are various other ways to gain information. However, while listening to you, and I've seen a few videos of yours, I've not gone back and watched all of your content because I know what it is. I know it's the same perspective as any woman's, as any traditional believing woman. However, I can't really even call you traditional. I don't know that much about you. But I know that the information you're providing to men is detrimental. Because no matter what you believe, the videos you're putting out are still from a woman's perspective. You can't teach men how to be men. You can't do it because you're not a man. And that sounds retarded. That sounds hurtful. But it's like a man trying to teach a woman how to be a woman. Doesn't work so well either, does it? You can teach what the reality of a situation is. But with your scanted view, from your perspective, it's a little bit different. It's not the same as a professor teaching, which is why I take issue. You want people to pay you money for information from your own life experiences. It just doesn't make sense. It would be the same thing if I don't show you about my career, my occupation. I'm a pool guy. I clean pools, I change liners, I repair motors. It's a mixed bag of skills. If I were to say, I'm going to teach you about pools, and then I never show you a pool in any of my videos, I just sit here with this same ass backdrop of my little bookshelf and my little drawing I got up there, whatever, and I just sit here and I talk about my perspective and my views on the world, and then I ask you for money. But I still have not showed you a pool. Not yet. I still haven't showed you any of my skills of my hands, my labor of love. And I ask you for money. And you would look at that situation and say, what am I paying for? To listen to some bearded guy talk? And he said, I'm going to teach you about pools, and he never does. You're false advertising. What are you teaching people? I'm going to go back. I'm going to look for something of value in your videos. Because everything I've seen from you so far has not been of value. It's been kind of a lie. And has placed me in a position to where I don't want to listen to you anymore. And I stopped about a year ago. And yet here you are still popping up on my YouTube and telling me what for. And now you're asking for money. Put yourself behind a paywall. Do live shows. You don't have to go to Patreon and demand money from people just to see your content. But that's the thing. It's not just you. It's a lot of people. A lot of people are tired of YouTube. A lot of people want to jump over to Patreon. A lot of people are putting in a lot of work, a massive amount of work. Jennifer Molesky does the same thing you do. How are you different? How are you original? And what value do you bring, especially to young men today? You're not teaching us much of anything else except the same shit our mamas taught us. You're riding on the backs of men already. You've already tied your name and your channel to MGTOW and Red Pill. You've already done it. You're riding on the backs of men right now. And then you're asking, requiring that they pay you money now to hear you speak? I hope you see this video. I hope you see it. I'm not going to comment on your videos. I hope that you see it. Me, right now, talking in an American accent. And as far as I'm concerned, you did a crappy job. But great effort. Great effort. It was fun to listen to you try to do an American accent. That was fun. But what's not fun is the knowledge that you're going to require people to pay for your content when it adds zero value. You're not changing people's minds about anything. You just have a lot of subscribers and think that you can now milk it for a dime. I work with my hands. I am a manual laborer in your book. In your mind, I'm the blue collar guy. I don't even wear a collar. By today's standards, I would be considered impoverished, if not for the narrative floating around. I'm actually in a state of homelessness, even though I have a roof over my head. And if you want to know more, go ahead and look up Alabama's laws about homelessness. But the reality is, I don't require people to pay money for my stupid fucking content. However, people like you, who have an indoor jungle, indoor forest. I'm coming to you today from my indoor forest. Great. I live in the outside forest. God damn it. Are you fucking serious? A lot of times I have to cook eggs over the fire. But I don't make people pay money for that. You do. And so do many others. And it doesn't seem like I'm seeing a lot of value as to why I should pay you the $5. But you would require someone to do so just to listen to you speak. Fancy that. Fancy that. These people, gentlemen, will suck the life force out of you. They're called succubus. And they will bring prematurely death upon your life. Death upon your head. Prematurely. I hope you see this video, Georgia Free. You've got a lot of growing up to do. And so do I. But goddammit, I don't ask people, I don't require of people to pay me money to live my life. When I go to work, I provide value. I get paid for my services. When I come home, it's a different story. Are you capable of doing something different besides being entitled? I don't think you are. But I challenge you to try. And stop riding on the backs of men. Pull dork out.